Hey, what's up, YouTube? Back at you again. None other than yours truly, Brother Kedwin Yah, and I am with the Mind of Christ, Divine Love Ministries. And I'm coming to you all today, YouTube, Facebook, because we have something very seriously going on here. Today I want to explain a movement that we are trying to get going here, trying to get it off the ground. And it is the Dark Movement Day. The Dark Movement Day is going to take place December 7th of 2017. And this is a day where I'm going to say today, just for the record, this is specifically towards Black African Americans. Also, we're going to have to say overall poor people in general. So you may not be black, but if you fall in this group when it comes to being poor, when it comes to poor people's spending power, I would say that you might want to listen to what I got to say on this message today. So we're going to get into right now why we have chose to get going on this Dark Movement Day. We call it the Dark Movement Day because of the simple fact, it is so cliche today to just say black people, African American, colored people, Negroes, and, last but not least, niggas. But anyways, what we're going to do here today is there was a recent study that was done by the Nielsen Company. I do believe this is a black-owned company, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is a black-owned company. Now, this company chose to do a recent study. They did a survey on who spends the biggest amount of dollars out of a year in the consuming industry, the consumers or whatever, which this is, the information I'm getting ready to share is going to break it all down, and it's going to tell you who's doing what and how they're doing it and what the results could be. So we're going to go ahead and get into this information on this recent study that I researched, and so therefore let's go ahead and get right into it. And I don't know why my notifications won't work right when I turn them off. Put them on priority only and they still come through. However, we got to keep this thing moving here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead with the information here on what the Nielsen Company came up with according to their recent study. Alrighty. And the information reads: African Americans have $1.3 trillion collective buying power in 2017, making us more relevant than ever as consumer bloc. Currently, 43 million strong African American consumers have unique behaviors from the total market. For example, they are more aggressive consumers of media, and they shop more frequently. Blacks watch more television, 37% make more shopping trips, 8% purchase more ethnic beauty and grooming products. There's your black females. 9 times more financial magazines, 28%, and spend more time at hosted websites than any other group. Black people make an average of 156 trips a year, compared within the 146 for the total market, favoring smaller outlets such as drugstores, convenience stores, dollar stores, beauty supply stores. These are all popular in the black communities. And of course, we can't leave our grocery markets. You know that. This this makes things popular, like I was just saying, in the black communities. Now, this also gives the opportunity of how powerful blacks can become by making outlet to start spending with each other. Stop spending outside of our ethnic group. Now, that's very important information. Here's a company that decided to bring out these statistics or whatever, and these facts on what's going on over here in America. Now, while the numbers indicate that black folks are an important part of the buying public, companies spend just 3% of advertising budget marketing to African consumers. Cheryl Pearson McNeil, a vice president at Nielsen, warns they are missing out. Did you hear that? Cheryl Pearson McNeil, a vice president at Nielsen, warns they are missing out. Now, what does she mean when she warns that we are missing out? What she's talking about is we are missing out simply because we're pumping all of this money into the economy of America. In other words, they just give us a breakdown on all of the different stores that they set up in the black communities. The corner liquor stores, that's the Arabs got that market sold up with the gas stations. Your Chinese got the beauty supplies and restaurants. The Arabs also get grocery stores. Then you have your Jews who own everything they own. McDonald's Corporation, Hollywood, etc. Whatever. Then you have your whites, your white people. We already know what all they own and how they get in, where they fit in. So in the midst of all of this, what I believe Sister Cheryl Pearson McNeil is trying to get us to see is the fact of just how powerful we could become if we would just simply sit back, be more aware of our spending habits, our shopping behaviors. The way this thing is promoted, it is set up to where I call it like this. The bottom feeders, who I call the elite, the rich people, the politicians, your Freemasons and your Illuminati folks and all of this mess or whatever, they have a strategy that they use to keep this cycle going. It's a cycle that's set up, and we easily fall right into their trap all the time. And as we know, it is much harder for an African American to get a bank loan to start a business, bank loans to get mortgages, etc. Everybody else has more opportunity to come to America, get loans from the bank, start businesses, and they're well off from that point on. Now, what's going on is I call the bottom feeders, who are the elite, they're feeding off of the top feeders, who are really the poor people. Why? Because the poor people are sitting there daily pumping back into the system of the elite. The elite are the ones who are pretty much sucking us dry. I can see that I got some company getting ready to come in a minute, so we're going to just keep this moving because I do this channel from my home and I am sitting in my living room. However, let's stick on topic. The top feeders, which are the poor people, they are getting sucked dry because the bottom feeders have us on a constant spending habit. They constantly advertise. We are more into the media of advertisement. We are more into the websites. We're more into the social hookup of, being programmed to go and spend this money with the rich people, with the people who we don't benefit from in the long run. Now, it just told you that blacks spend $1.3 trillion a year running to these dollar stores, running to the beauty supplies, running to the grocery market. It's a constant, rapid pace that they keep us on. So the dark movement, we'd like to simply bring out to our individuals, our brothers and sisters, of how important it is. Like Sister Nielsen said, they are missing out, because the simple fact, she knows that it is the behavior that has us offset as consumers. We are offset as consumers. We take up most of our time watching these different media programs, watching different advertisement that's going on. Hey, what's going on, son? As you can see, I'm doing my channel right now. I'm going to just keep it moving. I saw you when you were coming up. I didn't want to stop this episode. But this is, excuse me, everyone, this is very, very important information. We have to wake up and recognize how important it is for us to see that we can become much more powerful as surviving this American economy and not having to stay poor, not having to live on a bottom level. As human beings, you know, we just explained in the survey that this is a behavior that we have. It is a behavior that needs to be put into check. It is a behavior that needs to be looked at as far as us coming together as a people and as a nation. First of all, we have to do much better at sticking together. Now, the Dark Movement Day, which is December 7, 2017, this is a strategy that we would like to reveal how much of a difference we can make if we just for one day, 24 hours, we don't spend not one penny. I'm talking, we don't spend not one penny, not one red cent for 24 hours. Now, if we could get every black person in America to participate in this dark movement, December 7, 2017, just for that one day, it would really, really make a big difference in the stock market. Why? Because the stocks would drop drastically. Then what would happen is we could sit back then and say, well, hey, we recognize what is going on. We see what is going on. We recognize the buying power that we have, and we are ready to start using our buying power in our own communities. We are ready to have more equality when it comes to getting bank loans to start black businesses so that we can feed in our black communities to each other, on one another, and build up our race as a nation of people, just like all of the other races are doing over here in America. The Arabs, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Americans, the Jews. It is only the African Americans, so-called African Americans, who are into this, what I call foggy. It's a fog. We're in a fog. We are living in illusion. And we need to come out of this illusion. We need to start paying more attention to what's going on. We need to become more aware of where we can be more powerful and where we become more weak. So, you know, once again, I am Brother Kedwin Yah. I chose to do this channel on a small level because I'm not trying to be on no type of become famous or do this and do that. I just want to spend this time voicing my opinion on things and trying to get my people to come together so that we can become better as human beings and as a nation of people. And with that being said, I want to remind everyone again, start telling all poor people. You start out with blacks because this is directed, specifically for my people, the African Americans. However, I do not leave out poor people because in a global aspect, it's more about the rich and the poor. It's not about the color side of it. That's just an area where I would like to brush up on as far as bringing my people together and teaching us and showing us how to have a better voice in the communities and in the world and in the American economy. So you have it. I want everybody that is black to spread the word. Start sharing it on your Facebook pages. Start sharing it with other people. Share it with all of the people at your churches. Go tell your pastors, your ministers, your reverends, etc., bishops. Let them know about the Dark Day movement. Please do this because it is very important that we wake up and come out of this fog. Excuse me, man. And come out of this fog that has us in what I call a faded reality, in a fog. Wake up, people. Let's come together. Let's get the Dark Movement Day established. Let's be effective on it. Tell as many people as you can tell. Go on Twitter. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Instagram. Put it on Google. Put it on Facebook. Put it on YouTube. Put it on whatever you can put it on. And with that being said, I got a lot of noise going on in the background because I was not expecting someone to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm sure there will be a part 2 to this topic. This is basically the introduction of this topic. The Dark Movement Day, December 7th, 2017. Be there or be square. Participate or just sit there and disintegrate. That's my message to you today. I am yours truly, Brother Kedwin Yah, and may all be blessed and have a good day. And, as usual, have a good night. Y'all come back now, I give you here.